Yes, indeed. Thank you very much there, Deaconess Lenny Henry. Real pleasure and a privilege to have him on the show. Now, of course, this week there was such very good news with the new Russian initiative about nuclear weapons and the West's positive response to that. That's such good news. I think it's important now that we should look at domestic nuclear power, the stuff we use for electricity, because that can be just as dangerous. And it would be such a shame, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that? Finally, we get a no-bomb world, wake up in the morning, we get a meltdown at Sellafield and none of us are around to enjoy it. You know, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? You know, of course, the press would probably say, that's not the point. They'd get all patriotic. They'd say, all right, so Britain's got a half-life now, a nuclear half-life of 10,000 years, but at least it's a British nuclear half-life. And that's what's important, you see? I mean, the reason we can't sort out the nuclear power, the domestic issue, is because there's so much money involved. It's all about money. I mean, you know that domestic energy is big business. You only have to look at the huge campaigns that gas and electricity mount every year, the telly ads, the posters. But what are they trying to do? What are they actually asking us? How am I supposed to react? I see a huge poster with a little baby in an incubator. It says electricity, energy for life. Well, very nice. But what do they want me to do? Convert my house from gas, you know? We turn on a few radiators, say, oh, look, electricity saved the little baby. I'll turn some lights on, you know? Gas people are nice people. I'm sure they are. But why tell us? We meant to bung another ring on when we're cooking the beans. Well, they're very nice people. I think we should use a bit more gas here. People basically use whatever their house is wired or rigged up for, and as little as they possibly can. I mean, it can't be very inspiring for the pensioner who's wondering if they can afford one more 50p to bung in a meter. They turn on the telly and there's this 2-minute collage of beautiful images telling them they're supporting the power that's running Britain. And of course, the next thing is nuclear power will start doing the ads. We can expect them silently as Britain sleeps, the cheap, efficient power for the nation. And of course, if there's a terrorist attack or a meltdown at one of our stations, you'll get enough free heat to weld your eyeballs to the back of your skull. Very nice indeed. Incinerate the house. Oh, yes. But of course, I mean, Britain is sitting on top of 300 years of coal, but we must have nuclear power. Now, why is that? I think it's because of them naughty miners. Them naughty miners would keep striking, and governments don't like that. They think, well, if the nuclear power workers strike, they can just sit back and wait till they get bone cancer, then they can sack them, can't they, you know? Oh, very dodgy gag, people, not too sure, but you've got to try these things out because these issues must be addressed, even if it is 11:05 at night and nobody's watching, certainly not the politicians, but there you go. That's why we can say it. Of course, it was very simple, you know, when we first thought nuclear power was cheap, efficient energy. Of course, the Labour Party started it, yeah, Tony Benn commissioning the first of the power stations. In those days, they thought it was all right, but suddenly comes along Chernobyl. Chernobyl or Chernobyl, yes indeed. Which side did you hang in the great pronunciation debate? Chernobyl or Chernobyl? I know a joke about Chernobyl, but I won't do it tonight because it's been bad. Well, you so do the rest of you, so it's not worth me doing it. You can do it yourselves afterwards. Yes indeed, Chernobyl. When the Americans assure us, the Americans tell us with the Chernobyl disaster, the Russians presented the world with the world's worst ever nuclear disaster. Which, coming from the people that dropped the atom bomb on Hiroshima, I think's a bit rich, don't you, eh? But we all loved it. We all loved it. It looked like you're being worked by bits of string. We loved it, didn't we? Nuclear power before that, but not anymore. Not since Chernobyl. Not since you get the old radioactive lamb in the shops, eh? Get there the butcher with a Geiger counter. 4 chops cook themselves on the way home. Very nice. But it's no good having a go. It's no good us having a go, because it could not happen here. No, it could not possibly happen here. And why? Because Chernobyl was designed by Russian scientists, who, as we all know, are a pile of crap. Yes, they are total rubbish. They can't design anything. I mean, they beat the Americans into space, but they are completely stupid. And our power stations were designed by British scientists, which means we're completely safe, aren't we? Of course we are. Clive Sinclair is a British scientist. He's the bloke who put a washing machine engine in a shoebox and asked us to drive to work in it. Well, I want him planning my future, believe me. But no, it's perfectly safe, believe me. And if you don't believe it's safe, it's no good me having a whinge on Saturday night. It's no good, because it's perfectly safe. And if you don't believe it, British Nuclear Fuels last summer invited a worried British population to go to Sellafield to see for themselves what it was like and see how safe it was. We all got a little invitation in the Sunday papers, if you bought them. Go to Sellafield, see how safe it is. Well, what a lovely idea. What are we supposed to do then, eh? Wander around Sellafield, say, well, I must say this looks flipping safe, yeah. Lovely safe-looking paintwork we've got there, super. You know, being a as how I'm an expert in nuclear physics, I'm sure this is totally safe. I mean, when you buy a gas cooker, I mean, do you say to the salesperson, well, is it safe? They say, well, you have a look yourself, mate. I don't know. We learn to trust the experts. They let us down. I did this gig for Greenpeace. Yes, indeed, I did it for Greenpeace. Oh, a clap there. Very nice. We got the seals in. Stop me being clubbed on the rocks. I don't mind clapping him. Anyway, I did a gig for Greenpeace at Tornesh Nuclear Power Station to stop it. I'm afraid to say alternative comedy was not strong enough. I failed. Maybe Tarby could have done it. After all, he could close anything down. Oh, showbiz bitchy. No, I mustn't. I must not. Oh, he's in bed. Anyway, doesn't matter. I did this thing, and one good thing came out of it because Greenpeace got hold of the government instructions, this is true, on what to do in the event of a disaster at a British power station. Not there's going to be one, but if there was, there's going to instructions to the local security forces. And this is true. I give you the gist. It's not a quote, but it is absolutely true. In the event of the nuclear fallout extending beyond the perimeter wire... I mean, what's it going to do? Stop? Fallout, very law-abiding, isn't it? Let's waft this way, lads. Come on. No, there's a sign. We'd better waft the other way. We can't go there. In that unlikely event, the police will alert the endangered population by setting up a telephone chain. That's true. A telephone chain is when one person rings another and slowly the story spreads. Isn't that nice? Make someone happy, make that call, tell them they've got leukemia. Lovely. I mean, considering Chernobyl spread 800 miles, there's going to be some serious bills, aren't there, eh? What's the STD code for France? We've got a war on the basket. I mean, I've got an answer phone, me. It's going to be very cheerful, isn't it, eh? Lovely indeed. You know, you stroll home, well drunk, put it on. Hello, you don't know me, but if you're listening to this, you've got cancer. Lovely. I mean, what if you haven't got a phone, eh? What if you haven't got a telephone? I suppose maybe Mrs. Thatch thinks if you can't afford a telephone, especially now it's been privatised, you deserve to have deformed children. Is that what it's about? Ladies and gentlemen,